Look at that. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our first live stream podcast over here.
Yo.
That intro didn't
Hey,
work.
how's it going?
Make it better next time. Thank you. Today is May 15th of 2017. Thank you for joining the Keep Tappin X podcast. I have a cat right here.
Man, that cat's just all over you, huh? During the
I'm pretty
pre-show, that
jealous.
cat just kept jumping on the desk.
I know. He's probably going to do the same thing. Everybody meet Teddy.
It's Kegata.
It got
It's
him.
our mascot, Kegata.
So, thank you guys for joining us today.
I'm looking
Now,
at the
yep.
Twitch stream, and I love my picture.
Yeah,
I know,
your
we
picture's
love
great.
your picture too.
Beautiful.
Cat. Our cat is a problem. So, again, thank you just so much for joining us. This is our first ever stream of the Keep Tappin X podcast. So, please endure all of the hardships, fails, stuff. But everything sounds pretty good so far. Everything's chill.
Yeah, I love the first
Yep,
time
yep.
we're live on Twitch. I'm a slob. I'm just wearing a t-shirt and chilling. It's fine.
Cat hair.
It's fine.
No, it's fine. It's cool. Don't worry. Be drinkable. Cool. So, yeah. So today, we're gonna have kind of a shorter stream. This podcast. It's gonna be about like I can hear the Skype messages.
Oops.
Fine. It's okay. I wonder if I can turn that sound off. Anyway, whatever.
That's fine.
Sorry if
Don't worry
anybody
about
had to shut their Skype message.
What the?
So, yeah, whoop, whoop. So today we're going to have a shorter stream, about probably an hour and a half, depending on how long we go for there. Hopefully, if this format works out for everyone, we can start doing, having more guests on here and everything.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty. About that.
This format's way easier to get guests on because they can just get on Skype and come. So it's fine.
Yep.
Very
I'm gonna
true.
try and pull the audio from this as well, from like the video, and see if I can put it on. Let's see if I can put it on. Oh, fuck. Put it.
You're right there. You're getting under attack.
Cat is like for me. So I'm gonna see if I can put it on SoundCloud for you guys, and also of course the recording will go on YouTube as well. So if you guys want
Yeah.
that, that'll be fine. So without further ado, let's go right into it, huh? So today's theme, it's gonna be a little different than how we usually do our podcast. Usually we have a format, we stick to it. This time we're going with a theme, and today's theme is gonna be nostalgia in video games.
It's a big thing to talk about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Hopefully we can fill an hour with. So, what do we mean by nostalgia in video games? I mean, well, we have a couple questions to go off of and everything, but really all it comes down to is, we're putting on our nostalgia glasses and maybe taking them off too as we take a look in the past. Shitty games that suck ass. So, and first off, how you guys doing?
I'm doing all
Not
right.
bad.
My
Doing
eyes
all right.
are,
Doing-
my
doing
pupils are huge.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, you went to the eye doctor, huh?
Yeah. I wear glasses now, I guess.
Yeah.
I can't even see them. You don't even have your face on there.
No,
I
I mean,
mean, he's right there.
yeah. You can clearly see my hat and everything.
There's no glasses.
Wait,
We'll
need
have
glasses
every
now.
picture.
did you even wear a hat in your life?
No. I mean, I think in middle school, but I think
Staple
Corey
of
made
your
this in like
character.
high school.
Oh yeah, Corey made that. AKA
Yeah.
the guy who made our theme.
Oh, nice.
Anyway. So, anyway. Yeah, so if you guys are doing well, let's go right in here. So, let's talk
Yeah.
nostalgia. Let's talk games. First off, when you were a wee lad, lass,
We
whatever
led.
your preferences. What are your favorite games? What did you love playing as a kid? You remember fondly, like, enjoying as a kid? We'll start
I
with
liked
David.
I liked the Super Nintendo and everything on it. I like my favorite games were like Super Mario RPG. Obviously, I loved Pokemon when I was a kid.
Mhm.
Chrono Trigger, the old Final Fantasies. Those are like my jam. Mostly JRPGs, honestly.
Yeah.
What?
Go, you bum.
I remember playing the original. I guess this will come into the other question. But I remember playing the original Star Fox for the SNES, and man, I did not like that game.
Oh,
It was-
really?
It was a bad game, in my opinion.
Blake, did you ever play that one?
I never had a Super Nintendo.
Me neither.
What?
I actually never had a Super Nintendo.
What?
I had an
Especially
NES
Blake,
and a
you're of
Sega
all people?
Genesis.
That's pretty shocking
Jeez.
for you. I had a Genesis. That was my jam when I was.
I played Turtles in Time on the Genesis, and that was so fun.
Yep,
I think
remember
you're thinking of the Hyperstone Heist.
Hyperstone Heist.
What? No,
That's
Turtles
the
in
Sega
Time.
Genesis version.
Oh, was it? Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
play that. Well, no, because David played
That's
the Super
my preferred
Nintendo one.
version.
I didn't play the Genesis one. I never had it. I only played the Super Nintendo one at friend Corey's house, and that wasn't until I was older.
I mean, you and I beat the Hyperstone Heist, so
Oh, did we? Oh, we
Yeah,
did. You're right.
Hyperstone
That's
Heist.
right.
I have the cart.
Yeah, that game is so like fast. I forgot. Like,
Yeah, it's kind of short.
yeah, Corey and I went through that game in 24 minutes. I believe he said.
Damn, that's awesome.
It's such a quick game if you just know what you're doing.
Mhm.
Run strats, but
Did
but
did did you guys have the original Game Boys?
Hell yeah.
Like the
Yes.
bricks?
uh-huh.
No.
I had
I got
one.
the Game Boy Color.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, okay.
I had the special edition one, which had like Pikachu on it.
Ooh.
Yep. I remember I had that, and I had the brick, like the original one that I played Pokemon Red and Blue on before I got Color.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
it's good.
remember not having the original Game Boy for long because the color came out, and I that. I don't. I remember there was a game on the Game Boy. I think it was a regular one or the color. That it was a Power Rangers game that I really liked. Going back, it probably sucks now, but I don't remember what it was
For the
called.
Game Boy?
Yeah.
I know there
don't
was a
remember one for the
Lightspeed
Game Boy.
Rescue game.
Rescue game.
Or a Lightspeed Rescue game, like Power Rangers Lightspeed
Oh,
Rescue.
I had that one
for
too.
the Game Boy?
I thought that was for the Advance.
No.
I think I
There's
had
a
that one.
Time
I
Force
had a
game.
Lightspeed. Oh yeah, Time Force. That's the one I had. I had the Time Force one. That one was awesome.
That was for Advance,
actually.
though.
Yeah, that was for Advance. I know that.
Yeah.
But I had another.
I
I had like
had a-
original like the movie.
Yeah, I think I had a Super Nintendo Power Rangers game that was based on the movie. I think.
Oh, yeah, it's like a beat 'em up, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
I think I
Yep.
played that. I remember the fighting game that was
Yeah, I remember that
really
too.
cheesy. But yeah, I don't know. That Game Boy was always awesome as a kid, but I remember playing a lot of Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then Genesis, I played. Actually, oh, Blake, what were your favorite games growing up?
Well, I had quite a fondness of Pokemon.
Mhm.
I had Red, and then I had Pokemon Silver, and then Pokemon Crystal.
Mhm.
And Pokemon Crystal for the longest time was easily my favorite Pokemon.
Mhm.
Until Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out, and I was like, yeah, maybe Crystal wasn't that good.
Yo, real talk. I know this is all nostalgia, and I guess it's kind of still nostalgia. But man, Pokemon Soul Silver, and I'm just gonna say Soul Silver because technically I didn't play.
Yeah,
Man, that game's so good.
it's so good.
Good stuff.
Straight bang.
Mhm.
Like one of if not the best Pokemon.
I agree.
Mhm.
But yeah, you know, anything else?
Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah.
That was my jam. Still my jam.
Yeah. I
Love
love
it.
that game.
You know, I never played through that game myself. Only like I picked it up and put it down.
You should
It's
be
so
ashamed.
good. Yeah, I
I
know.
should just like
So
play
good.
right through it.
It's so easy. I mean, it's not easy unless you know what you're doing, I guess.
It's so easy.
Like when I had the NES version, I would always make it to like the Ice World, World 6, and like I'd never make it by. So hard.
You guys like Ice World?
Nope.
Depends.
I feel like once you go into an Ice World, you know exactly what's happening. Like, you know exactly what's in store, right? It's like, oh, I'm slipping on
Yeah.
ice. Icicles are gonna fall down and kill me, or something like that. So
It's the worst. The only
Yeah,
thing worse than ice level is a water level.
water levels are weird because
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of games don't plan for a water level, or it's just so gimmicky, and the gimmick runs short. It's just like, oh look, I'm slow.
Yep. I can move up and down now.
I can,
I'm
yeah,
slow.
which should be cool. I don't know. I'd rather have like 0G
Yeah.
though. You could probably do like cooler things.
That's true. Like a space level. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Did you guys play Sonic?
Yeah.
Didn't really care for Sonic, I'm be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't play many of them.
I was always Tails, so I didn't really like it either. In the later. Hey, look, I go booms in chat. Want to say hello to?
Oh.
there.
Hi, Andrew.
Hi.
Blake. Yeah, so I mean, I brought up Sonic only because of the that stress-inducing song, which people
I hate that.
you can
When
jump
you're
on the
drowning, you mean?
bandwagon. Yeah, when you're drowning, and you can jump on the bandwagon. And be like, that's like the most stressful sound ever. But I mean, real talk, it kind of is. It's
is.
a
It
really
is
stressful song. I remember like
super
my
stressful.
brother would like. He would like joke around with me. He would like stand right next to one of the air bubbles that would come up periodically and let the song go on, and I'd be like, "No, no, no!"
That's the worst.
Until he finally like jumped on it. But
Damn.
yeah, anything else? Favorite games?
What about Kirby? Did you
Um,
guys play Kirby when you were kids?
The only
Kirby?
Kirby I played was the Nightmare in Dreamland for the Game Boy Advance, which was the remake
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the NES game, I think.
It's a good one to play. It's a good one to play.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, I never played any Kirby game. Younger, I was just
Yeah,
never
we have
exposed
to-
to Kirby.
We have to make you play Kirby All-Star or Kirby Superstar or whatever it was called.
My roommate has it down below. Actually, we were gonna play it a couple weeks ago, but we ended up playing Air Ride instead. Kirby
Yeah,
Air
Good
Ride
choice.
is banging.
I agree.
Yeah. And then I played a Kirby game with Blake. What was the one for the Wii?
Return to Dreamland.
Return to Dreamland. That was so much fun. If the other ones
Oh,
are
it's
like
great.
that, I'm totally up for it. Yeah. If you like Kirby, I totally. Yeah,
Yeah, Kirby's fun.
Andrew's saying Kirby on the Game Boy was not true.
That's
That
where I
was the
originally
original
played it
Kirby.
on the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, does it hold up?
I would say yes,
Yeah.
just because Kirby's formula is kind of just solid. Like, it just plays the same as all the other Kirby games.
Mhm.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
it plays fine.
Yeah. Didn't Kirby used to be white? Because they didn't have color, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was monochrome.
But Kirby games are like this weird sort of haven't. Well, no, that's not true. I was gonna say they haven't changed. Totally have. And seriously,
They
like,
have.
although I don't know, is that true, Blake? What do you think? Hey, my dear.
I'll be honest. I was tweeting us out on Twitter. So would you
Oh,
like to repeat the
That's a
question?
word. Yeah, sure. So, Kirby games, do you think they've like changed a lot since they kind of just like restand?
I
Now
would
that
say
you're a
they're
Kirby
kind of like
expert.
Mario, in which like they like introduce little ideas, but don't
Yeah.
really like reinvent the formula.
Right.
I'd
Unless
say
it's
that's
like a
kinda like-
spin-off game, like Canvas Curse.
That's kind of like most Nintendo games, like Mario, Zelda, until recently Zelda.
Yeah.
They don't really reinvent the formula. They just kind of stick with what works.
I agree.
Yeah, that's what Nintendo does best, right? They kind of just they have a gimmick, and although that seems
Yeah.
to be changing now. I don't know. Odyssey is going to be interesting when that comes
Oh,
out to
dude.
see if they
Gonna be lit.
stray.
Yeah,
Bam.
I'm pretty excited for Odyssey. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
I'm wondering what they're going to do since they don't have like the galaxy mechanic to work with, right? Like the whole manipulating gravity kind of thing. So
Yeah.
to see what they're going to replace that with is going to be very.
I
That
mean,
being
they had
said-
2 full games with that gimmick. So,
Mhm.
I mean, if you want that gimmick, just play Galaxy and Galaxy 2.
Oh yeah, no,
Which are
I agree.
phenomenal.
I agree.
That's true. That's true.
Oh yeah, they're like 9, 10 out of 10s for most
Oh,
people.
dude, they're so good.
And games I used to play as a kid, I used to heavily favor the PlayStation. PS1. I had the mobile PlayStation, with like the screen
Oh,
connected
yeah,
to
yeah.
it. That was awesome.
Oh,
I loved
yeah,
that
yeah.
as a kid.
I forgot that existed.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. And I also had, I remember distinctly going to, my family and I used to go to Maine all the time to stay in a cabin and drive ATV. And on the trip up, to several hours, I would bring the PlayStation and had a car charger or like a car port
Yeah.
on it. So that was awesome. So we would just play. What did we play? I love Digimon World. That was one of my favorite games. The first
Yo,
Digimon.
Digimon
The
World.
original?
Yep, the original, like the very
Okay.
first Digimon World.
I
Alright.
played
We
the
also-
crap out of that game.
We also had Digimon World 3, and that was trash.
Yep.
But
I think I had
Yeah,
1,
I mean-
2, 3, and 4, and 1 was the best.
oh yeah, Andrew, there's like 5 Digimon worlds. Well, there's Digimon 1, 2, and 3. And
Mhm.
I think they've rebooted it like twice. including the one
Yeah.
that just came out the end of January. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like,
set in
yeah, it's
Digimon
pretty
World
recent.
1. Yeah, exactly. It's like a reboot
Yeah.
of it. There was one for the PSP, and
Yeah.
I think they just I think that was Japan only. They released another states. It's pretty cool. But I love Digimon World. I just remember all like the little sound effects to it, like when your Digimon would poop.
Yep.
You had to like take him to the toilet. It's
What's
so
the
weird.
sound effect?
Like, yeah, essentially. I remember like your character would be like meow meow, and he'd be like ew, ew. It's like an Agumon of,
Yep.
Drop,
I remember that
and he'd get mad at
vividly.
you. He would get mad at you if you let him poop anywhere. Yeah. Exactly. Like I don't know. It was
I remember.
that was a great game. Mhm.
I remember not being able to get the Digimon that I wanted without a guide because it was the like restrictions were so strict. Like you needed
Oh,
to
that-
do this at this time and like at this point in the story and not this and this.
So that
It
game
was
is
ridiculous.
ridiculously difficult because you can't control your character or you can't control your Digimon in that game. They fight
Yeah.
on their own. You can give them commands like attack, 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 and like maybe they'll do it.
Like
Yeah, if they
autopilot,
like you enough,
basically?
maybe.
Yeah, exactly, an
Yeah,
autopilot.
That's weird.
Yeah, it kind of
Yep.
sucked only for the reason that you would constantly scream at him, be like attack, 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 and then he'd be guarding
His-
because you haven't like
Yeah, he
raised
just
his
wouldn't do it.
obedience enough or whatever.
Yep.
Or if you
Then if you
didn't
did
raise
certain
him
things,
right,
you'd be
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be able to get new commands if you did certain things, but the game never told you how to get them.
oh yeah, there's
You
no
would be able to
tutorial
tell
for
them to
that
like
game.
use their hyper or something. Yeah.
And then he would evolve into a poop Digimon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you're
Well,
just
always
like,
the poop.
cool, I should just kill him now so I can get a new Digimon.
Pretty much.
Although
Yeah.
it was cool, depending on what you named your character, you would get an Agumon, a Gabumon, and I think maybe a Patamon or you get different Digimon depending on what you name yourself.
Yeah.
Lots of mons.
They're all
Lots of
literally
mons.
every Digimon is Mon.
Every mon.
That's the
Um,
gimmick.
I also, you guys remember? All right, here's a blast from the past. Demo discs.
I lay it on me. I do remember demo disc. Yeah.
I have
yeah.
one for the PlayStation.
Or,
Yep.
Oh, you still have one? What does it have on it?
It has a Chocobo racing game. What else? I'm actually
Oh my
gonna
God.
look at
Hold
it.
on.
Give me a sec.
Andrew just dropped a video.
That poop Agumon. That sound. Oh
man.
my god.
Dude, that is like that has 6,000 views. Can you believe that?
Nostalgia.
Thank you so much.
That's nostalgia.
so funny. If I had another like scene transition thing, I would show. But oh, that's super. Yeah, I want to go back and play that game through with like a guide.
I would
do
love
that
to.
someday.
I would love to go back and play that.
Yeah, we gotta do that someday. But
I
alright,
owned 3 copies of that game and I burned all of them out. Then they just don't work anymore.
burn them
So.
all out. What? Remember,
Yeah, played it too
PlayStation
much.
1 discs were black.
Yeah.
No, they
Mhm.
weren't like the what we have now. Ab CD.
Mhm.
I
remember.
in the demo discs, that's where I discovered my favorite game of all time, Legend of Dragoon. To go through a certain
Oh,
dungeon
yeah.
in there, and I remember the game used to kind of scare me when I was younger because you had to go through a cave and you had to fight this like worm, caterpillar, fanged beast. Really awesome.
Yep.
Once you beat it, went through a cutscene and then it ended. I was like, man, I really want to play this over and over and over again. Finally, I got the game. When I got the game, I just fell. But
I think I still have that game somewhere around. Somewhere.
Legend of Dragoon, yeah. I think I let my friend
Yeah.
borrow it and I never.
So I have the demo disc in front of me.
Oh, you do? All right, what's on it?
All right. So it's called Squaresoft on
Yeah.
PlayStation 2000 Collector's CD Volume 3. All right.
Good name. Good name.
So it has
Japan,
a
keeping it
Legend of
going.
Mana preview movie,
Okay.
a
Yep.
Threads of Fate demo.
Don't know what that is.
Me either. A Chrono Cross preview movie.
Whoa, really?
Cool.
Yep. A Front Mission 3 demo.
Hmm?
A Saga Frontier 2 preview movie. A Chocobo's Dungeon 2 preview
Yo,
movie,
Chocobo's Dungeon.
I don't know
and
what that is.
Chocobo Racing demo.
Chocobo.
So
lot of
Chocobo's
Chocobo.
Dungeon was a game for the PlayStation 1, I discovered at Blockbuster actually because I was just there. I was
Okay.
like, we can rent a game, so I saw that one, chose it, and it's. You know how the newer Digimon worlds work, where you kind of have a certain number of spaces you can move, and you move on along squares in a dungeon.
Yeah, it's the dungeon. It's like
it-
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah, yeah, it was exactly like that. Only you were a chocobo,
Uh,
and every time you encountered an enemy, you'd have to do like a turn-based battle, and it was really fun.
Huh.
I liked it a lot.
Okay. Wait,
I
did you,
liked
like,
it. I don't care if you heard it was terrible.
Could you like customize your chocobo? Did you have a chocobo team? Or you just one chocobo across
I
the world?
don't. I think it was you, and I think people could ride on the chocobo and be your party members.
Like people or
I think.
other chocobos?
Yeah, like play like people.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, it was a long time ago.
Hmm. Yeah. I think those demo discs were like so awesome. Getting them in the game in form. I don't remember any other. I think there was like a
Yep.
Metal Gear Solid one. My brother and I really remember. But that being said, what about games you guys play with your siblings? You know, if you have siblings, you always had that game you played with them. Distinct memories of being Tails, and Sonic.
Yeah, the game I used to play with my sister all the time was Mario Party because she was obsessed with Mario Party. I think I played all of them up to 8 with her, and I think the one we played the most was 3, and that was when I was young. And actually, I really liked 3 because you got like party members as you went around the board. You got like either a Goomba or a Chain Chomp to be like your companion, and then
Oh,
they would
wow.
like whoever's companion was stronger like battled if you land on the same space. And it
Yeah.
was pretty interesting. I like that one.
I don't
Mhm.
remember that. I don't think I ever. I think I played. When did it start on GameCube? That 6? With Mario Party
think.
series.
Maybe.
I'll fact check.
Thank you. Yeah, Mario Party is always one of those. I remember when I was younger, my friends and I in the neighborhood, we went to a friend's house. The parents only allowed him to play video games for a certain amount of time, so we couldn't play video games after a while.
Yep.
We love Mario Party, so we actually made Mario Party in his backyard.
What?
Yeah, we like set up little squares and everything like that. And we had like a little mini game set up, and we'd have like a big bowl, stuff like
Damn,
that.
I was not that creative.
Yeah, oh, it didn't last long. We were, the attention span did not.
Yeah.
Mario Party 4.
Mario Party 4. Okay, yeah,
Mario-
that's the one I started playing on. Oh, Bomberman. Yeah, that's a good one, Andrew.
Bomberman 64. I played all
Yep.
the time.
Bomberman 64.
I played
That
that
was my jam.
with my neighbor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lots
really?
of fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun game.
Was that the one with the story mode, like the co-op story mode one?
Yep.
The different
Yeah,
Bombermen.
Mhm.
Yeah, that game was
Yeah, yeah.
awesome. I remember loving it, and they had like, I loved it because it was one of the first co-op games.
Mhm.
Oh, speaking of like kart racers, did you guys ever play the Lego kart racer?
No.
No.
Oh,
Never
it was
did.
great. You could build your own cart, like, Legos, customize it with all different sorts of like stuff like that. Awesome. But
The only car racer I ever played was Mario Kart when I was a kid.
oh really? Trying to
Yeah.
think. Not Crash Team Racing or anything. That was a.
I don't think I had that. No.
I
no.
didn't either, but played it over a friend.
Huh.
But what about you, Blake? Game siblings.
Well, going back to Super Mario Brothers 3, I used to play that with my brother and my dad, and we'd be in like World 3, and we'd take turns because we were all terrible at it. World 3 is the water world, by
I'd
the
like
way.
to see. I'd like to see your
Yeah.
dad play Mario.
It was a sight to behold.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Hmm.
Anything else you played?
When
with
I
him?
was, yeah, you go.
Not really. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think so. Maybe like just minor things like maybe like a multiplayer game of Nightfire or something.
Yeah. I mean, you guys must have played Gold. But that's like
Oh,
your
yeah.
friends. I don't mean with siblings. It's about
Yeah,
your
I played
dad playing
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye, Blake.
I played like zero minutes of GoldenEye.
Really, you've never played GoldenEye?
No.
That was like one of the best multiplayer first-person shooters back in the day.
I'm shocked. I remember putting on paint mode and going
Yeah.
crazy with that.
You
What about
put
DK
on
mode?
What? DK,
DK mode?
On?
Yeah, isn't that a thing?
Not that I remember.
Yeah, not that I know of.
Now you're making me seem like a phone
Bad check.
Come on.
Bad check DK mode. What
Yeah,
you
we
guys
used to
did.
put on paintball mode, and then one of us in GoldenEye would like move back and forth, like move one in one direction down a hallway, and then the other person would shoot them. Then we would turn around, roll the other way, kind of like a duck in the arcade.
Yeah,
We would just do that.
I remember
Um,
just like shooting a corpse so much that it would just paint them. Oh, did corpses
Yeah,
stay in?
yep. I don't think they stayed forever. They stayed for a little while.
I remember playing Perfect Dark when I was.
I never played much of Perfect Dark.
That was a weird game. That was a good game. Franchise had died because the reboot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I do.
The first time I ever played Zelda Ocarina of Time, I think I was maybe like 10 years old. But I got stuck in the water temple, and it took me years to go back and beat it.
Tisk,
It took me
tisk.
until after. It took me until after I beat Majora's Mask to go back and beat the water temple.
I never. I'll admit now, I didn't play any Zeldas.
Shame.
None.
Nope. Ocarina of Time scared me. The theme of my childhood gaming is this game scared me. I didn't play it. I was so easy
Oh.
to scare when I was younger. Also, yeah, Blake, that was fucking the DK mode. I didn't know that was
Yeah,
a
well,
thing.
I told
That's
you it
really
exists.
funny. Yeah.
I had never heard of that.
That's so funny. But yeah, Ocarina of Time scared me. Probably because whenever I watched my brother play it, either always at night. Oh no, it was the freaking the things that scream at you and then make you stop.
Redeads.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Redeads.
yeah.
Those that
Mhm.
I think that's what like swore me off of Zelda games when I just hearing that scream and then they slowly crawled at you freaked me out so bad that I just couldn't do
I
it.
can see that. I can see that. Those
But-
things are pretty creepy.
Yeah, I don't know. That game was just creepy. I don't know. There's something really dark about that game. It's good. It is cool, but as a kid, I didn't like it.
Yeah,
remember playing
I
the
didn't
very
get to
first one.
play.
Yep.
I didn't get to play Ocarina or Majora's Mask until I played the GameCube like collector's edition disc that came with those two
yeah.
games and Zelda 1 and Zelda 2.
The Master Quest edition.
No,
Yep.
No, that's for DS.
Yeah, was it? Oh
no,
yeah.
it's what do you call it? So it's like a collector's edition disc, and it comes with
Mhm.
the two N64 titles
Mhm.
and the two NES titles, all on one disc.
Yeah, yeah, I know
Huh.
that does.
Yeah,
And it had a preview
So-
for Wind Waker on it.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know if it was a
think so.
demo or a trailer.
I think it was a demo. Or both.
That's cool.
Whatever. But yeah, basically that.
That,
And, like, I also got stuck in the water temple for the longest time. Like I missed the key,
Awful.
and that just screwed me.
The worst temple.
I was just looking around forever.
that's what people say. It's good to hear that it's true.
Although,
Yeah.
when I played the 3DS version, I beat the water temple easily, and there was like a
Same.
significant gap between when I beat Ocarina on the demo disc and when I beat it on 3DS. But
Yeah. I think
So-
didn't they change the water temple on 3DS actually?
the only thing they changed was you could equip iron boots from the as your they made it an equipable item, so you don't have to keep going in the screen. That's
okay.
better.
I got you.
Yeah,
What-
Zelda was one of those things. Nostalgia glasses don't really work.
Yeah.
Well, you
It's a
don't
shame,
need
man.
nostalgia
Yeah.
glasses on instant classics.
Right. Then again, I think my oldest memory of playing a Zelda game seriously was
Mhm.
Twilight Princess.
Minish Cap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No,
Oh, yeah.
Twilight Princess was the first one I beat. Minish
Okay.
Cap, I got to the end, and then Blake, did you beat it for me? Because I told you to, or did I just not beat
I know you couldn't beat
it? Yeah.
the last boss.
Yeah. Vadi? No. Yes.
That's Body. Yeah.
Song request?
Oh my god.
On,
Yeah, let's not play that song.
Don't play that
God,
song.
hold on, let me see. What is it? Oh, God. Oh, no.
That'll be a bad idea.
That's it. That's our theme song.
That's
Sorry,
our new
Corey.
theme song.
But anyway, yeah. So I don't know. Zelda's that weird. Everybody loves it. I think I get it, but I think it's obviously more than nostalgia.
Yeah, I played a lot of Super Metroid as a kid too, and
Never played a
Super
Metroid
Star
game.
Wars actually.
Oh yeah,
What?
Super Star Wars. Remember that? I didn't know Metroid was a thing until Metroid Prime.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a long
Shame.
ways in.
And then I got Metroid
You need to
Prime.
make.
I didn't like it.
You need to play an original Metroid game,
I do.
or
I
I
actually
guess
really
just play
wanna
Castlevania. They're the same thing.
I like Castlevania. I really want to play Super Metroid. Whatever the most recent port of that is.
I don't know what the most recent board is, but it's probably
Maybe I
everywhere.
just emulate it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
That's
love
illegal.
seeing speedruns of it. What?
What
So-
game did you play as a kid that you don't think holds up today? That kind
I
of
didn't
sucks
say
when
what
you
I
look back
played.
on it.
I didn't say what I played with my.
That's because we
What
don't
did you play with
care.
your sibling? We took so long talking about it. I forgot you didn't say
I
it.
played Resident Evil 2 with my brother when I was
Which
like
version?
10.
Oh, nice.
The Nintendo 64 version.
Ooh.
That I remember. My most distinct memory of that game as a child was I was in my bed. My brother and I shared a bedroom. I was in my bed under the covers watching him play. And he was in a I think like some police department or something. But it had like that two-way, I guess that one-way looking glass, in interrogation rooms. It's like the mirror.
Yeah.
And he's just walking through, and we're both talking, and then all of a sudden a licker just punches right through the freaking window and jumps out at us, and we're both screaming. We're like, ah! As he's like unloading shotgun shells into this thing, and finally we stop screaming once he's done, and it's dead. And I don't know. I'll just always remember that.
I think I know the exact room you're talking about too.
Yeah. Andrew knows how it is. I never played a Resident Evil game until I played 5 with Blake. I only.
Well, you
watched
watched
people-
me play 4.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I've only watched people play. It's just I don't know. It's just a terrifying freaking as a kid. You couldn't play Resident Evil.
Makes you anxious.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it is. Anxiety. That's what it is. But
Even the remake of Resident Evil 1 still had that feeling of anxiety.
oh yeah,
Even though it's like
the GameCube one.
no, the re-release they did on PS3, PS4. Like the when they like completely changed the graphics, Resident Evil 1, first one.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
remake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
GameCube,
Originally
right?
for the GameCube.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know it was originally for the GameCube.
Probably one of like the
Shame.
best remakes like ever made for a game.
Yeah, it was great.
That's why people are hyped for the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yeah. Whenever that'll come
Yeah.
out. I hope they make it look good. I'm sure they will.
I'd hope.
It'd be a
Leon's
disservice not to.
beautiful, and he needs to become more
Yeah,
beautiful.
it does. I think the movie just came out, the new Resident Evil movie,
Oh yeah, that's
CG
true.
one.
Oh, the animated one?
Yeah, where Leon's
Chris
just like
and Leon?
complete badass.
I wonder
Zombies
why
don't
they
mean
kept
anything.
Chris his Resident Evil 5 Chris.
Because that's canon, Chris.
Isn't Resident Evil 7 canon Chris? Is
Nope.
that the new Chris canon?
That's
Well,
really
why not?
Wesker.
No, it's not.
Voiced by Chris.
I'm sure the movie's like awful, but like really good action. Like every single Resident Evil movie, live action and.
Yes. And I want to see it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, now, what was the question you were asking? Dude? What games that we liked back then but are probably shit now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
okay. So games that we've played before that we look at now without nostalgia glasses and we're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Do you have any of those games?
Need for Speed 2 Hot Pursuit was that game I played with my brother, but I played a lot on my own too because you could play as a cop. I loved it because you
Yep.
could play as a cop and you could like, here's a spike strip you can lay down, or like you have a helicopter after them. And then like when I looked back on it, I watched a let's play of it. I was just like, man, there's only
Mhm.
like 4 things you can do in the game. I was like, ah. I think as a kid, that's like what you did, right? Like, never realized how little a game had. You only kind of just kept.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
One game I played for the PlayStation 1, it's actually my avatar on PS4, was Ape Escape. And man, that game does not hold up. That game does not hold up at all.
I remember playing that. My mom used to work at a community center, and sometimes I'd have to go to work with her. And they had a PlayStation 1 there. And I remember playing Ape Escape and Crash Bandicoot. I could never get past the second level of Ape Escape.
I loved those games, but man, Ape Escape has the worst controls I've ever seen in the game. It's not good.
Cruise
And
the
then, like,
world.
I have no idea. I've never heard of that.
It's some N64 racing game. Duh.
Keep talking.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I couldn't get past the second level in Ape Escape either when I was a kid, and then I went back and I played it, and I got past that level. But man, that game sucks. And all the gadgets you get, like I remember the remote control car or whatever that was. You had to control with like one joystick and like move the camera with the other.
Well,
but
that was
man,
the whole gimmick of that game. It was
yeah,
like, oh
using
look,
the
analog's
analog
coming
sticks.
out.
Yeah, and the only thing I compare it to is like Wii motion controls, like when they just didn't know what they were doing yet.
Yep. Yeah. It late messaging. So yeah, I really sucked as a gamer. I was really bad.
Me too.
Like, I look back and I'm just like, man, I couldn't do anything as a kid.
That's why I liked turn-based RPGs, because I could just sit there and choose what I want to do before doing it.
Yes, exactly. Where you could take your freaking time. I'm trying to think. First RPG I ever got. I think it might have been Legend.
Really?
That's all I'm thinking of. It wasn't a Final Fantasy game. I didn't play a Final Fantasy game until 10. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. That's it.
I think
Yeah.
I think the first JRPG I played was Super Mario RPG, but the first Final Fantasy I played was 9. Then I went back and played other ones.
I remember watching a friend play 9, and I was like, "This looks dumb." And then I played more. Now I just want to play more.
So good.
9. I know that
game is so good.
I don't know. I really
When the first RPG you played was Pokemon.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, I guess.
And
yeah,
yes,
that's true.
it counts.
Yes, it counts. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think of Pokemon. It's like its own entity for me. So like thinking of it as like a traditional RPG.
I see you, Ian. Don't be slick.
The views. It's gonna boost our views.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to play more Final Fantasy 9. I'd like to.
Definitely.
That game has a lot of personality.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Final Fantasy X when I played. I wasn't until a career. But
social eating, hell yeah.
So I love your Jesse Cox. So anyway, yeah. So other games that you suck now that you like kid.
So I'm pretty sure as a kid I liked Dragon Ball Sagas because it's Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I remember reading like
worst.
Game Informers for it and stuff like that. Like just getting really hyped to be like, look, a co-op, freaking Dragon Ball Z game. This is gonna be so great. That game's like game is literal trash.
And it was not. Yeah.
Probably one of the worst games ever.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah. But why is it bad?
Well,
a bad
just
game.
watch Pro Jared's review.
Yeah, just watch for
Shout out to Pro Jared.
Shout out for Jared. He's watching right now.
Yep.
But yeah, like Blake, what you said before about the Sonic games. I can't really go back and play a Sonic game anymore. I'm kind of bored.
Wait, you don't like the what was their slogan? Like glass processing or something?
Blast processing.
Oh,
Blast
processing.
that makes more sense.
Glass processing. Yeah, it was just like as a kid, it was really colorful, and I loved all the music and everything. I actually liked the getting the Emerald games more than I actually liked this game. Where you had to like run down the tunnel. What did they call the? It's not what it was in like, the Nintendo. What was the thing that made the Nintendo all like 3D and stuff? It's like whenever you went to the map.
Mode 7.
Mode 7. That was it. That technically wasn't a thing on the
Yeah.
Genesis, but it was kind of reminding me. It
Mode 7.
yeah.
Pretty sure that's what it's called.
Yeah, I like those
It
games
was,
a little bit more. I don't think I ever beat a Sonic game. Again, because I sucked as a dude.
Not even a Sonic Adventure?
No, I didn't actually own. I didn't have a Dreamcast. But when did it get re-released? It got released on like the
The
PS2.
GameCube.
GameCube. Yeah,
And
I didn't
PS2.
have it for that.
Man,
What? Did you own a Dreamcast?
I did.
Sorry.
It was great. It was great. I mean, all I had on it was Sonic and Crazy Taxi and like Soul Calibur. That's all I needed.
Listen, I didn't need Crazy Taxi. I had because I bought Simpsons. Fucking crap. Help me out, Blake. Bad one.
You're on your own, buddy.
Crap. The bad Simpsons. Not hit and run. That game's phenomenal.
Simpsons wrestling. Simpsons skateboarding.
No, the Crazy Taxi one.
Oh, Road Rage.
Road Rage. Thank
I
you.
thought we were just
Yeah.
listing bad Simpsons games.
No, that's
Yeah,
like
see,
all of
Andrew
them,
knows
aside
good
from the
games.
arcade one. Yeah, Andrew brought up Echo the Dolphin.
Yeah,
I
I
had that
remember
as a
that game.
kid.
I remember not knowing how to play it.
It was, yeah, me too. Just remember like wanting to like jump in and out of the water.
Yeah, I had no idea what I was doing in that game.
Crash Bandicoot's another game I don't like playing. No, it's just boring to me.
You can pretty much just get a runner on your phone. It's the same thing, except
Yeah.
the other way, I guess.
Yeah, play it on the toilet.
So you're not gonna get
Yeah.
the trilogy remake?
Probably not.
Unfortunately, I am not. Nope. Although it doesn't look bad. I mean, if you like Crash, it looks good.
I mean, I've never
Crash.
played Crash
Yeah.
Bandicoot, so I'm gonna wait until it's like doesn't
cheap.
cost a lot, and then that'll be my opportunity.
It's all 3 games.
Yeah, I wouldn't
right?
buy
They're
that at a
releasing it
high-
as a bundle.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
cool. Instead of
'Cause
releasing
it-
one at
well, they're remade, not like a port, you know.
They're actually
yeah,
remaking
right.
games.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously, it's just made it from the ground. Oh,
Mhm.
Spyro. Speaking of Crash, do you guys remember the Spyro
Yes.
Crash crossovers for the Game Boy Advance?
Nope.
Nope.
Not a clue.
They had this whole. They had a big like campaign. I guess if you crossed over Spyro and Crash, like they went into each other's worlds, so you'd play as Spyro in a Crash, like the Crash universe, and vice. I think
Yeah.
they didn't do very well. I just remember they were like every. That
Did
was
they participate in the Olympics?
no. They did like an actual crossover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't remember what the games were actually like. I mean, they were like old Game Boy games.
I played a lot of Spyro though. I remember playing the first 3
Mhm.
Spyro games. They were fun. Honestly, I liked them, and they probably live up because they're just platformers. So
Mhm.
Yeah. Spyro's like, I replayed him a couple years ago, at least first one, or I don't know which one it was, but they all played. It was fun, like flying around and like running around. See the sound, and it just got old. It got old really fast.
Wait, our silence
look, man.
agrees.
No, I'm shouting us out on Facebook.
Oh,
I have an
okay.
excuse.
So, I don't know. I'm trying to look at like my library. Oh, a game that doesn't suck, but I used to play a lot when I was younger. Advance Wars Dual Strike.
I never played Advance Wars.
Oh, those were great games. Nobody ever knew played them, so I always wanted to do the multiplayer, but good. But those games are really fun. Do you remember that when the original DS had like download play, where
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, even if your friends didn't have the same game, you could like play like a mini game or something on it through their DSs. Like everybody could play together.
Yeah, I think I played like Mario Kart like that.
I don't know. That had it. Advance Wars had a really cool one
you
where
did.
you would pick one of the units and, I'm sorry, you had like a set number of points, and you would battle like it wasn't like the traditional turn based of an Advance Wars game. real time, like you go around and like shoot at each other, kind of like that game Tanks, like that old
Yeah,
game
yeah.
Tanks. But you could choose different units, and every unit cost points. So it was like a whole game in itself.
Interesting. Yeah, I've always looked into Advance Wars. Actually, a couple of years ago, I was looking for old RPG series to just go back and play through all of them, and that was one of them I was considering, but I never played it.
Oh, I'd recommend them again. They're just really good tactics games.
I think I had a Game Boy game. Oh God, what was it? Was it Robot Wars? I can't remember. It was kind of a generic name, but it was a turn-based like post-apocalyptic game where you had a robot that you created through like scrap, and every time you beat an enemy, you could.
Oh,
No. It was, but it kind of played like that though, because you could take their scrap and then like rebuild your robot. But it was like a turn-based RPG on the Game Boy, like the original Game Boy, and you could customize it to be like a helicopter or a tank or like a crab thing or like just anything you wanted really. It was super fun.
It kind of sounds familiar. I don't remember.
I think I still have the cartridge somewhere. Can't remember the name.
Now all I can think of is Custom Robo because I freaking loved that game when I was.
Yeah, that game's awesome.
Like the few like anime games that I played that I didn't know was like an anime at first. I remember because it was so weird because it was such a serious game. It was just like, oh man, like people are gonna die and stuff. But like, oh, we got a battle, and you're thinking like these giant mechs are fighting, but they were just toys. These like little up to your knee size little robots. So it kind of like took you out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You were gonna say something, Blake?
No.
Very good.
I played Baldur's Gate a lot when I was younger too.
Oh yeah.
I played that around the
same.
same time I started getting into Diablo 2. Me and my friends would play Diablo or Baldur's Gate or what was the other one? Gauntlet. A lot of that.
Oh, Gauntlet's great. Have you played the Gauntlet remake?
No.
It's really
Never
good.
did.
I have it. I have it on Steam. The game is actually phenomenal. I was playing with Corey and we got through you could probably beat that game in like 2 sittings, maybe even 1 if you kind of like go through it. Game's awesome.
Okay, the robot game I was thinking of is called Metal Walker for the Game Boy Color.
Metal Walker?
Metal?
Yeah, that game was
metal.
so good. It was so good. It probably was awful, but when I was a kid, I thought it was so good.
Replay it and ruin your child.
And now when you Google Metal Walker, you just get walkers for like old people.
I found the game. You said Game Boy, right? White color?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it looks so cute.
It was awesome.
He kind
I
of.
don't even remember.
If you look at the cover art for the game, it looks like Meta Knight.
Yeah.
Metal. So Metal Knight?
I think that's a thing.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah, because they stole it from Metal Walker for the Game Boy Color.
Those bastards.
Yeah, man. Man, brings back so many memories.
It does look like a discount Meta Knight.
Yeah,
Right?
pretty
That's
much
what I'm
is.
saying. So,
Yo, has an 8 out of 10 on IGN and a 5 out of 5 on eBay.
On eBay.
Whoa.
On eBay, yeah.
The most
Critical.
prestigious of review sites.
It was made by Capcom, apparently. Huh. Yeah.
Speaking of Capcom,
Well,
they co-developed 2 of my favorite games that I played as a kid. The Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Ages, and Oracle of Seasons.
Mhm.
Masterpieces.
I didn't know they were affiliated with that. Huh?
Yeah, they also did Minish Cap.
Did they? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So good. They,
Link
like,
for Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the games like have a password system after you beat them, and then like you can put the password in a different game and unlock stuff. It's rad. It's so good too.
What was the other? Oh, were those the 2 games you were talking about?
Yes.
That you said 2. Okay, yeah. Peter.
Segue.
I remember playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 when I was younger.
Oh, nice.
What about arcades? You guys remember freaking arcades? Like, come on.
What's an arcade?
Golden Axe. Golden Axe was my jam.
Oh, I love Golden. Oh, that was another game I played with my brother a lot. Golden Axe.
Oh, that game is
That's all I played in
not good.
arcades.
That, yeah,
That game was
you play
awesome.
that game is so ridiculously, and it's just hard for no reason. It's more difficult than it should be.
Maybe that's why I
Because they
don't
want to
like.
steal your quarters. They want to
Yep.
take your quarters.
You guys,
I'm
you guys
referring to
ever-
the Sega Genesis version.
Yeah, me too. You guys remember the old Dungeons and Dragons arcade game? It was the beat 'em up.
Nope.
Probably it was.
I remember
one
it,
of,
but I
like,
don't think I played it.
it was probably one of the best like beat 'em up games ever because you got to it had branching paths in it and also had like a class system where you could like and you level up as you go on and unlock new skills and new armor, weapons and stuff like that. I think there was a shop system.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Entering chat's talking about DDR.
Yo,
Um,
man, none of us could play DDR. I was a DDR champ in high school.
Were you?
DDR champ, hell yeah.
I have a hard time
Damn.
I went
believing
crazy
that.
on those. No, I seriously was. I would go crazy on those machines. I would like hold the back bar, and just like go
Damn.
down like expert on everything. Yeah,
Nope.
yeah,
Nope, can't do
yeah.
it.
That
Not me. Can't stop, won't
was the
stop.
best.
You like
the
take off your
best.
shirt, start sweating, and like punch in the air, and like
No,
Rocky style.
I used to weigh 110 pounds because I was played DDR all the time.
my God. Blake can still hear that.
Good.
Blake has messaged me saying he's gotten his dinner twice now.
Listen, don't worry about it. This is for reals this time.
All right.
Better be.
So I remember. Do you remember the DDR Mario version for the GameCube?
Yeah, I never played it though.
Yeah, it was bad. You don't have to. The
Do
really
you remember
bad
the
game.
Star Wars dance game for Kinect?
Oh yeah, as one of my favorite songs ever, Han Solo. Solo, I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. Solo.
Yeah. Yep. Great game. Flawless. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, what a perfect license. You're hard out, Star Trek. We got Star Wars Kinect. Although now they have that Star Trek VR game. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I'm very curious.
I wonder how
about
that
it.
is.
I hope it's good. It's probably like not a lot of replay value. Plus, you have to be in the same room with like
Yeah.
4 other Kinect. Make it work.
Yeah. That's always the problem.
I'm trying to think of another that really sucks.
Like I was
We
saying
keep-
before,
Yeah.
Star Fox for the Super Nintendo, I hated.
Oh yeah.
Well, I liked
Never-
it, but then I went back and played it and I hated it.
I only played 64. I didn't play anything but. Oh.
64 was great.
I had one Star Fox game for the DS that was really bad. It wasn't.
I
It
didn't
didn't
really-
play like a traditionals.
Oh, it wasn't the 64 remake or it was a
No,
different
no,
one?
no. It was weird because what happened is you would deploy a squad, and bottom screen, the touchscreen was a map, and
Uh-huh.
you would like plot the course of your characters, with the stylus, and if they collided with another person, it would start a battle or fight or something. I don't know. I don't remember
What?
too much. It's detail. At the end, it had alternate endings, and like one of them was like Slippy has a kid and has wives, and like lives
What?
happily ever after. It was just. That was very strange. I wouldn't recommend it kind of game. There really is no good.
Yeah.
I mean, Star Fox is a weird series that's super popular, but it hasn't had a good game or
64, yeah, pretty much.
I liked what they did with it, Star Fox Adventures. I wish they would do something like that again, except keep away from dinosaurs and like sexual fox.
I never played the GameCube ones.
Who would have a kid with a franchise. Star Fox is like Metroid in that. Well, no, never mind. They're two complete. Metroid actually has really good games.
Yeah.
Just
I
hasn't
never
been
played
seen.
I never played the Prime games. I only saw them get played. I've only played the like original style Metroid, but I like them.
People love them.
You should play one.
Yeah, I should. I think I'd like it more. I feel like an elitist for saying I don't like shooters with controllers, but
I mean, I don't either. I can't aim for crap on a controller.
that's why Blake has like.
That's why
auto aim
Overwatch
on
is
him with, like-
broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why Overwatch is broken on console because Torbjorn starts auto aim.
Oh, they fixed that though. They lowered his rate of fire.
Yeah, but yeah. Nah. Yeah, what is wrong with this Colby guy? What's wrong with this guy?
As a chat is mean. um, I mean, when it comes down to, take your nostalgia classes. I mean, you're always gonna love the games you played as a kid, just because it wasn't so much about the game itself; it was about your experience with them, including,
Yeah.
your circumstances. It was a time that was more carefree and fun. Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel envious only because I can't play games like I used to. And one, because of time. We have jobs, so I can't sit down and play,
Ugh,
you know,
jobs.
anything for more than like an hour or two, and then I got or
I hate jobs, man.
yeah. That's it. That's why we do what we do. Yeah, Virginia. Just do what Andrew did and just become game developers. Easy, right,
I should.
Andrew? Easy and cheap, right? But
And
also, congratulations to Andrew for graduating from Becker. I go boom over
yeah,
there. Congrats.
congratulations.
But
I don't know if I have a congratulations emote
that's fine. People
that
on
I can
SoundCloud can't
spam
hear it
chat
anyway.
with.
Now,
There, I'll go with this one. There we go.
so I think, like, what game would you, if you had to pick one game to go back and play right now?
If I go back and play any game right now,
Yeah, you had unlimited time to play it. Your job was to say, David, you're fired unless you play this video game to completion.
yeah, it sounds pretty sweet. Sounds like a good deal.
Yep.
I think, man, any game.
Any game.
I want to say like Chrono Trigger, but that's too
Oh,
cliche.
PC World of Warcraft. Uh,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
if I could go
That's a
back and
good one.
experience World of Warcraft for the first time when I was a kid, might do that.
Yeah, that's true. That game like captivated my life and stole my soul for about 6 years.
I was gonna say, how
So,
have we not talked about World of Warcraft on a nostalgia themed video game podcast?
man, when WoW first started, it seems like it doesn't even seem like it was that great, but I loved
Hmm.
it at the same
Yeah.
time.
This was
Because
about
like
exploring,
I start,
man.
yeah. I started playing in the beta of Vanilla WoW, and like
Oh my
I
god.
started playing with a couple friends. Yeah, and I remember all I did was run around to like Duratar and like the Barrens, but I was like, "This is the best game ever," but I wasn't even doing anything.
Yeah. I always rolled Night Elf at first. That was all
Yeah,
how do you pronounce the Teldrassil? What's their starting area called?
Teldrassil,
Teldrassil, I did.
Teldrassil.
Um
Yeah,
yeah, I played in Vanilla Warcraft and I remember my first character's name was there was Cobellin because I just did a random name generator.
Mhm.
I was like, that kind of sounds like it. But my first main was uh Colby 2.
Colby too.
Just like Colby TWO. He was a night elf hunter. And I remember like I only chose gear for him that looked cool because I had no idea how to min max in that game, so that was fun. I don't know.
Yep.
That's what happened when that game became about min maxing and about trying to get the best gear and everything. It just lost a lot of its charm.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I think the first character I ever made was a Torn, and I don't even remember its name because I just like ran around, didn't do anything. And then the next character I made was a gnome, and a gnome mage that I got to like level 40. And
Wow. Okay, that's impressive. Back then.
after, yeah. And then the first character I ever got to max level was a dwarf, and that was Allsop. That was my tank.
Hmm.
So that was my first like main character.
Like, I just remember just wanting to like walk in that game, right? Just walk to the next area and
Yeah,
see what's up. I'd see something that's way too strong for me, and that was a challenge to see if I can get by that to see the next area. And I remember going to
yeah.
what is he in Lion's Side towards where the dam is? Do you know where the dwarven dam? What do you know what that
Oh yeah,
area?
Lockmodon.
Yeah, Lochmadon, that was it. I remember exploring that a lot because that place had some cool like ruins of like dwarven architecture and really really enjoyed
Hmm.
the timber hold. Yeah,
Yep.
the timber hold, that was great.
Yep.
I remember going through Um, I just remember going through Dustwood a lot, and
Yeah,
then
me too.
and then discovering the
that one
freaking
was awesome.
dragon. In
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
The world boss was so crazy. I just wanted
Yeah.
to know so much about it. I was like, one day I'll defeat. Never did. Oh no, I
I
did. I
remember,
soloed
yeah.
it back in like
Oh yeah, afterwards.
Wrath. You could.
I remember playing vanilla and they had the world dragons. There was 4 of them, and
Mhm.
they weren't there for a reason. They were just there for lore purposes. But
Yeah.
like, it was just so cool because I would get like scared to go in those areas because it was so strong. You were just like, as soon as you went up to it, you would just get one shot.
Yeah.
And like,
Lore.
and
Yeah. Lore felt stronger in that game before, because it really mattered to you as a player, right? Because all these areas had like a history to, because you know, at least I didn't look up anything on. I didn't even think to do. It just
yeah, same.
felt more worth it to it.
Yeah, man, and going to Ironforge and it lagging so bad it like crashed my computer. Those are the days. Those were the days.
It never crashed my computer. It was always just like I was like, oh man, I have to run through the auction house now, and it was just lag.
Yeah.
It was really bad. I remember getting my first mount.
Yeah, I think it. Oh yeah, that took me forever to get my first epic mount.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't even, like.
Yeah, it was like 100 gold for an epic mount, and that was like impossible to get back then. Yeah, I think I played on Alliance until BC, and then I switched to Horde.
I think so too, because then I rolled a. No, I actually didn't roll Horde until Cataclysm, towards the end of Cataclysm, because I rolled a Blood Elf. Mm-hmm. I rolled a Blood Elf mage. That was like my main character from. No, and a Warlock. Both Blood Elf.
Yeah. BC was the only expansion I didn't play a tank. I was a Blood Elf Warlock, and I remember, in Tempest Keep, the first boss is the Phoenix.
Yeah.
And back then, bosses had elemental immunities, so the Phoenix was immune to fire, and I was a Destruction Warlock, so all my spells were fire.
Yep. Right.
So I just sat there and I just spammed Shadow Bolt. That's the only skill I used the entire fight, and I was number 3 on DPS because our Warlock's overpowered.
Yep.
It's pretty
Warlocks
great.
used to have like a million different spells. Like, not entirely useful, but you'd have to fill every like toolbar with just spells after spells. It was awesome. I loved it. But I thought like Warlocks were really fun back in the day. They had that metamorphosis ability, which I really liked. I think that was in BC.
Yeah, that was fun.
And I remember doing a lot of PvP in Cataclysm. A lot of PvP. Not arena, just Highlands. I liked Warsun Gulch and Highlands.
Yeah. Warsun Gulch and Arathi Highlands were so good.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Arathi or the huge one where there was like the world boss you had to fight at the end? That one.
That one's
was a fun one.
Not neither of those two. Andrew might. Arathi Basin.
Arathi Basin. There we go.
It was in Arathi
I love
Highlands.
that one.
That's right. That was that one. Arathi Basin is the capture the point one.
Oh yeah.
Where you have to capture
what was
the
the one with
resources.
what was the
I can't
boss?
remember.
It was like the NPC.
I remember that one was like.
Have to...
I remember that one was like too complicated for me to get, so I was like, nah, I'm just gonna play Capture the Flag.
Capture the Flag was fun as a tank because I would just cap it and then pop all my cooldowns and run across the map.
Yep. Well, that was the worst because like rogues and druids would just pop up like when you least expect it and kill.
Yo.
Yep.
You back?
Hey, look who decided to show up.
I have my dinner for reals this time.
All right, very good. You're mute when you.
Nom nom.
I think that concludes our World of Warcraft. Not the Blades.
Yeah, that's true.
World of Warcraft, man, such a good game. I talked about that forever.
It's alright.
I remember I tried to get Blake into it once. I gave him the demo disc.
Oh, really?
I still have it.
Yeah.
You still have the demo disc?
Oh, it's like the free trial disc. It's a 10-day free trial. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I'm looking at it right now.
You just have it there.
I mean, my when I was looking for the demo disc for the PlayStation, it was like near it, so.
Well, I think that's it, right, guys, for nostalgia. Unless you have more nostalgia things to say or talk about.
I mean, Blake was
So-
gone for a good portion. He might have something to say.
That's true. All right, Blake. It's the Blake hour now.
I will say, for a
Yep.
game that I played way back when and it still holds up, is SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom.
I haven't played it in recent memory.
Masterpiece.
I've never played it at all.
It's basically like I mean, it's a 3D platformer, but it's like it's in the style of Super Mario 64. Instead of stars, you get what do you call it? Golden spatulas
Yeah.
at the end of a level in certain tasks.
As you do, yeah.
It's so good.
That game's great for, it was just great because it was your first SpongeBob game that actually brought you all over. Whoa. Stuff. Brought you all over, like, Bikini Bottom. So you could be like, oh man, I can go to the Marmalayer or Goo Lagoon, stuff like that, and see all the familiar characters. And it was a solid game. It was a good game. I can't speak for it now. I don't know when's the last time you played it.
Like a year and a half ago.
Okay, it's pretty recent. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I never really played games based on like other IPs, like based on TV shows or
You
movies.
mean licensed games?
Yeah, I never really played them. Besides, I think I played the Riddick game, which was actually really good.
I heard that was good.
But besides that,
I don't know
yeah.
anything about Riddick. Vin Diesel, right?
yeah. Yeah,
What?
man. Yep.
He is Groot.
Yeah.
It's true fact. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh, X-Men Legends. I remember playing that when I was younger. It was awesome.
Which one was that?
X-Men Legends. It was like like Ultimate Alliance style of game.
Yeah.
It was the
Mhm.
first one that ever did that. X-Men.
Oh, okay.
4 players. You can take X-Men.
I'm surprised I didn't play that because I was big into X-Men.
Yeah, that came out for like PlayStation.
Huh.
Oh, ooh. You guys ever heard of a game called Brute Force?
Nope.
It sounds familiar.
Played it on the Xbox. It was this third-person shooter game where you played as 4 distinct characters. One was named like Brutus. He was like this reptile dude and everyone had like a special ability. Although I think you like switch. Brutus was like this lizard, like wookie kind of dude. His special ability was he could see everything in thermal. He could like go on all 4 and stuff and like. And there was one guy. Literally his ability was he just pulled out a second gun. Build. There's a sniper chick who could go invisible, and then there was another girl with like these like. I think it was awesome. I remember it being really like kind of like buggy and stuff, but I recommend that for a laugh. It's super goofy. That old Xbox, good times,
There's a game that was for the original Xbox that I remember playing, and I can't remember the name, but it was like a third-person action game, kind of like Mass Effect style. Only you were a guy who it was like that whole cliche: you unlock 100% of your brain and can use powers and all that nonsense.
Oh god.
But
Is it Mech Assault?
No,
What?
but when it came out, there was like a gimmick for the game where it's like if you're the first one to find this Xbox logo somewhere in the game, you win $1 million. And it was like it was like a contest, and it was supposed to be a trilogy, but only one game ever came out, and they canceled the contest. I don't remember the name of the game, but it was kind of bad.
Sounds about right.
Man, I'm trying to think of what it was, but I can't remember the name. Oh
Mech
man,
Assault. I love Mech Assault.
Next was awesome. That was an awesome game.
I wish I played that on like Xbox Live.
I used to play it online all the time.
They were talking about making a remake of that.
I would
I
be
don't know
so
if it went
down.
through or not.
The custom ability in that game is so cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. I agree. I mean, any sort of mech game. Like, if you're a mech game and you don't have visible characters or
Yeah. I think I used to put like tank treads on, and then I had like the fingers of my mech were bullets, like anti-air bullets, and then I had like giant cannons on my back. I could like barely move, but I had shot everything down.
I a game, but
Listen, Mech Assault 2 was so good that I sold it on eBay last year. All right? It was so good.
How much did you get for it?
Uh, like $5. It's your copy, by the way.
$5.
I know it's my coffee. Oh man. And here I am not getting angry about the game that you gave away.
I loved the dot hack games as a kid because I loved the dot hack anime. I sold those recently last year. The original 4 games they were like $80 each.
Thanks, Andrew. Yep. Thanks, Andrew, for letting me know I'm cutting out. Yeah, you played the original 3 dot hack games, right? And then the GU series.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I sold the originals last year. I never actually owned the GU series. I just torrented them.
Oh,
Shame.
I've only played the GU series, and I bum rushed the first 2, and then I got to the end of the 3rd one, and I burnt out. So I didn't play it for like 8 months, and then I went back and beat it, and I was like, that sucked.
Man, I loved that series. They're so good.
The game was like, oh yeah, the 4 original ones, 3 GU.
Yeah.
In GU it was weird because I just kind of spammed the same abilities over and over again and finally won.
Yeah.
Those are good games though. I remember the first one looking way more complicated than GU, just UI wise and everything like that.
The UI was probably the worst part about those games because it was complicated, but like too much so. Like, because it was like fast paced, but then you had to go into your menus to like use your skills, and it would pause the game when you went into the menus. It like took you out of the action a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it was good. I liked it.
It was I don't know. I'm sure the UI was fine. It looked way different. I remember, what were the comic relief little animals in GU called? I don't know if they were in the original. Port.
Oh God.
Little pig guy, little robot pigs that you'd save, and then they'd play opera music because they shot off into the sky.
What the hell are those things called? Grunties, right?
Grunties, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like different grunties, and they spoke differently. It was so anime.
Yeah, it was super anime.
Isn't people usually like say bad things about the dot hack anime? Yo, it's boring as shit.
I was the only person I knew that liked the dot hack anime because it was super boring.
Yeah.
But it was just all dialogue. So back when I was a kid, everyone else, we were all kids, so we all loved like the action-y animes, and no one wanted to sit down and just watch people talk for half an hour. But it was good. It was like a mystery, like not, it was just like, what's going on? This is so crazy. Like, you need to figure out what's happening. It was that kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked it. Oh my God, that font is impossible to read.
Yeah. My eyes are bleeding.
Did Andrew? Yeah, I don't know. I never got into the dot hack series, probably for that reason. When I was younger, I remember seeing. Well, I didn't like anime when I was a kid. Did not like.
Yeah, dot hack is pretty much a better Sword Art Online.
Yeah, I mean, not too hard to do that.
That's true. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I think we're good now, right, guys?
Yeah, man.
I will close with because you speaking of anime related games.
Ooh, okay.
The Legacy of Goku games.
Oh yeah, okay.
Well, the first one is ass.
Yeah, first one's
well,
the second one is incredible.
They were for the
and third one's great as well.
Huh.
For the Game Boy Advance, and they were like a top-down perspective.
It's like an action RPG.
Yeah.
I would classify it as.
You just played as little, kind of like chibi versions almost of like the characters. You go around, like punching.
I think the word is
puppies.
16-bit, not chibi.
Yeah.
16-bit? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Was 16-bit?
No.
Wait, what's on Super Nintendo? How many bits?
32-bit.
All right, 32-bit then.
Yeah, right? I'm right? Because then 64 came out after that.
Yeah.
Pretty sure, yeah. But yeah, Legacy of Goku games are really great. At least 2 in Boo's Fury. Didn't they say they were gonna like like a successor to those series is coming out or something?
Well,
Crowdfunded?
the developers haven't posted on Facebook in like 5 months, so I think Bandai like killed all their family or something. So
Had them executed.
yeah,
Totally flawed. Oh no. That's a bummer. Oh well. That's a good note to end on.
Mhm.
No.
Murder.
Death of families, murder.
Yeah.
That's
So,
what we'll end
you
the
know.
show on.
Thank you guys so much. We're probably gonna close it here right now. This was just sort of a test stream that we did for the podcast. This is, our formatting's a lot different than this, and we're gonna go back to the old formatting and whatnot later. Not this week. This is all you're getting for the podcast this week, but next week, David, you won't be here.
I will not.
Asshole.
So Blake and I are probably gonna get a guest on. Drew. Ooh, last minute
Maybe.
asking. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see what's up, and then we'll be back for that. So we hope you guys enjoyed the stream and everything, and hope we can get it on SoundCloud, YouTube, everything. We'll find
Yeah,
out.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure this is the superior formatting option because Twitch.
Yeah, and if you're having any audio issues, anything like that, be sure to let us know, and we'll keep an eye out for it too. We're working on correcting it. That only comes with more experience and hardware, money. If you guys stick around, probably play some games after this too. David and I might stream some stuff. But
Yeah, let's
Not
do it.
me.
no,
Why are you
Blake,
excluding
get
me?
out of here. You don't even have a PC. You're on like a phone.
Toaster.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, that's for us to decide and everything. So thank you guys so much for joining us with the Keep Tappin X special 0.5 episode podcast. We'll call it. So so take it easy, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.